Well, we came close to the freezing mark today. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for clicking onto my Weather Extra. If you think it's been cold, well, you're absolutely right. Normal highs were in the mid-40s. Yesterday, we didn't get out of the 20s. Today, we hit 31 degrees. We should crack the freezing mark tomorrow, but temps will stay below normal. After that, all eyes will be on that midweek storm, which, yes, is looking wet and windy around here. We'll look at that in a moment. Satellite radar is picking up on some snow showers back in the St. Lawrence Valley down through Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Some of those snow showers will sneak in the mountains tonight. For everyone else, we're going to see the chance for snow showers tomorrow morning. There goes this evening's sunset. I should say this afternoon's sunset, because it's at 8 minutes past 4 o'clock. That's our Old Orchard Beach Pier Camp. Pretty shot right there with a few clouds on the increase. Tonight is going to be another cool night. We're down to 18 already in Sanford. I'm recording this just before 7 o'clock, mid-20s for you and for us in Portland, low 20s in Lewis, and look at Berlin, already down to 11 degrees. And it's only the dinner time hour here, again close to 7 o'clock. It's going to be cold in Berlin tonight. All right, satellite radar, wider view is showcasing a lot of moisture surging north out of the Gulf of Mexico. Again, some of these snow showers you see here back near Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, they will arrive in the mountains tonight. After that, all eyes will be on this storm system, which is currently situated down the Gulf of Mexico. Now, if this storm was going to take a track something like this offshore, we would see a fair amount of snow out of it. That's not going to be the case with this one. The track looks like it's going to go right over us, if not just to the west of our area. You get that counterclockwise rotation around low pressure, brings in a stiff southeasterly wind. So with a southeast wind, temps are just going to be too warm to support snow. So in fact, temps are going to warm up significantly on Wednesday. Mid-50s, winds could gust to 50 miles per hour, and we'll probably have wind-driven rain that day. 2 to 3 inches of rain are possible. 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Again, tomorrow looks fairly quiet with some snow showers in the morning. Cold to start, though, 20s. By afternoon, we're back in the 30s for highs. There could be a few bright spots, especially to the north. But it's a mostly cloudy day, I think. Tomorrow night, our storm arrives. Initially, temps could be cold enough to support a brief period of snow, especially north and inland. But notice by 11 o'clock or 11:30, we're already transitioning over to some rain over southern and coastal sections here. If you get any snow, it's probably going to be gone by early Wednesday morning. In fact, heavy rain is likely through the entire day on Wednesday. There could be some heavy downpours producing 2 to as much as 3 inches of rain, maybe even slightly higher amounts. It's been a while since we had a storm like this. Mid-50s for highs. It's going to be warm, and it's going to be windy. It's not going to stick around through Thursday, though. Your Thanksgiving plans look okay, partly sunny. Temps that day will struggle to get above the freezing mark, and the wind will pick up as well. Instead of a southeast wind, it's more of a northwest wind. That's going to usher in the colder air. So your Black Friday forecast actually looks quite a bit colder. Temps will remain well below normal Friday and Saturday. Expected rainfall. This is run off of one computer model, so take it with a grain of salt here, but a solid 1.5 to 3.5 inches of rain through Thursday morning. Again, most of that will occur during the day on Wednesday. Snowfall accumulation, again, initially we're cold enough to support a little bit of snow, a coating, to maybe 1 to 3 as you head up near the Canadian border, Rangeley, about 1.5 inches there, close to an inch. There may be a little pocket there on the west side of the presidential range that actually holds on to as much as 3 to 6 inches of snow out of that. So there's that little pocket I outlined. 1 to 3 inches over northern sections, a coating to 1 inch in the darker shade of blue. Southern parts of Quebec should actually get a pretty good snowstorm out of this. There's a possibility for a half a foot to a foot of snow for some communities there, but not around here. It's going to be a wet and windy storm. Let's touch on the wind. This is the Buff Kit profile now run off the NAM, the North American model, initialized this morning at 7 o'clock. So basically what you're looking at is a timeline which reads from right to left. That's 7 a.m. tomorrow, that's 7 p.m. tomorrow, that's 7 a.m. on Wednesday. You get the general idea here. What I want to draw your attention to is this right in here. There'll be a low-level jet screaming at about 95 knots at about 4,000 feet in elevation. That's 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. You get the picture there. This little line you see there, that is what we call the mixing layer, or the top of the mixing layer. Theoretically, anything underneath that yellow line can mix down to the surface. So the good news, I don't think we're going to see this kind of wind mixing down to the ground, but we potentially could see 50-plus mile-per-hour wind gusts mixing right down to the surface. And the time frame for that will probably be around midday on Wednesday. So more power outages are possible. Of course, yesterday it was a northwest wind. To Wednesday, it's a southeasterly wind. Again, that will be the big story on Wednesday. It stays windy on Thursday and Friday, but from a different direction. We're back to a northwest wind, which usher in colder air. That's a little bit of a sort of a jumbled looking map here, but I just want to show you how the wind is going to set up here and the timing of all this. This is run off of a forecast model we run in-house here called Microcast. 7 p.m. Tomorrow, notice light winds, things are fairly quiet, still a southerly wind. But as we head into Wednesday now, 7 a.m., it starts to pick up out of the southeast. These are projected sustained winds, 20 to 30 miles per hour, with the strongest winds around midday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 30, 35 mile per hour winds, and strongest winds will likely be felt at the coast thanks to the wind coming in off the ocean. So we're going to watch that pretty closely for more scattered power outages. Higher elevations could see some pretty strong winds out of this one as well. So it's a wind-driven rain on Wednesday. Initially, temps may be cold enough to support a little bit of snow tomorrow night, but by Wednesday morning, we've transitioned over to rain for the entire region. Thanksgiving looks okay. Turkey doesn't look happy, though. Low 30s. It's going to be windy that day. Friday, Saturday, your Black Friday forecast looks cold. Again, normal highs are in the 40s, upper 20s again for Friday and Saturday, and that's at the coastline. Inland's going to be colder. Notice those overnight lows near 10 degrees Friday and Saturday. There could be a few rain and snow showers around here late on Sunday, but that should not be a big deal. So the only big storm I have in the 7-day forecast is Wednesday. Stay tuned to the forecast tonight on CBS 13 at 11. We'll see you then. Craig will have an update first thing tomorrow morning, and we'll keep you updated as we get a little bit closer. But that's the way things look tonight, and hope everyone has a wonderful evening.